Hey guys, Acham here. So in this video, we'll talk about an everlasting framework that'll consistently get you new clients for your coaching or consulting business. So first of all, I need you to get this core concept right. Every single outreach channel works. As long as your target market hangs around on it, it will work. So stop looking for a new outreach tactic or a new platform or an AI tool that'll magically solve your lead generation problems. Your ability to get new clients consistently depends on how well you're perceived in your market, right? So, guys, the problem is even though you have a good product and service, as a coach, you fail to convey its real value in your prospect's mind. And that is the reason you cannot sign any clients. And this is where a proprietary method comes into play. It helps you effectively convey the real value proposition of your product and service, right? And in this video, we'll cover how to create a proprietary method from scratch, a real breakdown and example on how to create one. And it will help you instantly perceive value and uniqueness in your market, right? So let's dive into it. So first of all, you need to understand the don'ts. You need to understand that your message and content has no tangible or perceived value at all, just like we talked about before. All you're doing is just saying things and writing words that seem good to you. You think it's an offer, while in reality, it's just words written down. So your message and content is a mess with no value proposition or uniqueness at all. So in this video, we'll cover two main things: the true meaning of value as a coach, right? Value means different when you're a coach. Of course, for low ticket physical products or digital products that you can show in real time, value means something else in that. But for a digital service as a coach, the bottleneck is that you cannot convey its real value because the reason is a prospect. The reason they buy a coaching program is because they trust you. So if you're not able to convey the real value for service, they're not going to trust you. So this is important. And secondly, how to create an offer with an irresistible USP that has an instant perceived value. So basically, this is raw material and foundation for your delivery mechanism. So what are delivery mechanisms? Like your VSL, your outreach, your email marketing, every single thing. So once you have a proprietary process, it sets up the foundations, the right foundations for your VSLs, your ads to work, right? And guys, most coaches tell you that you just need attention to grow your coaching business. But that's not true. You need attention as well as trust. And if people trust you, that means you're providing real value. If you're not providing any value or your prospects don't perceive the real value of your product, no trust is developed, right? So trust is important if you really want people to trust your offer, right? So guys, value equals trust that you can help your prospects. And how do you develop that? That's the important question here, right? Every single outreach channel works. It depends on your value offer that sets up the foundations for everything to work. So guys, we need the raw material. So let's dive into the true meaning of value and why 99% get it wrong. First of all, you're not selling a low ticket physical product. The value for a low ticket physical product is clear and the buying friction is low. People can see the product in real time and experience it before buying. So there's no friction at all. People can see in an ad how the product works, right? But as a coach or consultant, your prospects can't see, visualize, or experience a service before buying it. So to effectively convey the value of your service, you need a systematized process known as a proprietary method, which instantly gives your brand a high perceived value. Guys, providing value does not mean that you just go to Google and find some insights and share it on LinkedIn or YouTube. It's not value. Anything that's abundant and is easily accessible is it's not value, right? But most coaches fail because they don't understand how value actually works. So, guys, I want you to pull up LinkedIn and see almost 80 to 90% of the coaches have the same keyword in their bio that they are a sales coach, a business coach, a transformation coach. When your prospects see that, they instantly flag you as someone who's just another person in their feed and you're not trustworthy, right? They just consider you another coach. That is why you can get clients with referrals because referrals trust you. That is why you close them easily. But when it comes to marketing to a cold audience, you fail. That is the reason. So, what's the value? It's important to understand the meaning of it layers deeper in the context of coaching, right? So, Once you understand this, creating a proprietary method becomes so easy. So before we jump into how to create a proprietary method, so I have an example right here, a real breakdown, so stick till the end. You need to understand the three types of businesses. So basically, your coaching or consulting business fall in any of these three categories, and we need to be in category three. But most of the coaches are here, 80% almost. So category one is your product, your service has great value. You can provide great results, but the perception of the market towards your service is poor and you struggle to get new clients. So you can get amazing results, amazing testimonials, but your positioning is generic. Your methods are superior, but you are not able to market them effectively. And you sound like everyone else. So you are just another coach with the same keywords like a business coach, a sales coach in their bio. And brilliant coaches who cannot communicate their difference effectively, they fall under this category. So any kind of LinkedIn coach, like 80% of the coaches, like a sales trainer, with they have high close rates, their clients have high close rates, but they position themselves as a generic sales coach or a communication skills coach, right? And executive coaches with Fortune 500 results marketed as leadership development. And category two is you provide average value, but the perception of the market towards your product is great and you make huge profits. So this is basic advice packaged as revolutionary systems. This is standard coaching with premium positioning. The perfect example of this is Gucci, guys. They sell you $30,000 bags, right? And they get it from China. They produce it in China for super cheap, but due to the perception they've created, they can sell it like crazy, right? So masterful marketing, masterful positioning, but the results are mediocre. But still, you make huge profits, right? Because there's huge social proof, and this is where you actually win. In order to create a scalable business, you need to be here, right? So you need great value, plus the perception of the market towards you and your service should be great, and you're going to dominate your industry, right? So you are able to provide exceptional results, and your positioning is clear. You provide real transformation with proprietary frameworks. So, guys, basically, this is important. At this stage, nobody can copy you. If you're just selling insights for you extracted something from Google, or maybe you copied another of your competitors, you're gonna see that nobody will copy you. Even if someone tries to copy you, the market will already know that this framework came from you. So nobody will try to copy you anyways, right? And the 1% who owns their market. So you'll basically own the market. A perfect example of this is Apple. Alex Hormozy proven systems and his no BS authority positioning. And Uber, guys. Uber is the perfect example of this. So, guys, remember when Uber rolled out? The ability to just book a cab with the touch of a button, right? So the value was insane, and it was quite simple to understand, right? And the perception, since they were the first one to introduce this service, the perception of the market towards them was great. So that is why they became successful. Now, guys, you need to understand. I'm not saying you need to get as big as Uber, but you just need to apply the same principles in your delivery mechanisms like VSOs and ads, and you are going to sign more clients. And if you start creating content, then you can start moving towards being as big as Alex, right? And you can start making $100,000, $200,000 per month, right? So, guys, I also need you to understand the uniqueness trap that you're stuck in. So, most of you think that you just need to be unique with no utility or value at all. You think that you just need to look unique and forget about fusing it with real value. This is what most coaches do. They think that if they are unique and if they don't provide any value and they're just unique, they're going to sign clients, but it's worthless. So utility without uniqueness gets lost. We need both real value plus, most importantly, prospects should perceive your value. You should be able to convey the real value for product, and prospects should perceive that, and the uniqueness of your service. You also need to understand the market reality, guys. I know the reason you entered the coaching space. You knew that there was huge demand and people are buying coaching programs. But that does not mean getting clients will be easy because there are a lot of other coaches who are offering similar services like you. The problem is, even though your product could be different, but you fail to convey it, its real value and its real uniqueness, right? So demand does not equal success because there are a lot of players offering the same service. So you need to differentiate yourself. So most coaches offer similar transformation promises, so they compete on price instead of real value. So this is where your proprietary method comes into play, and it moves you from category 1 to 2 or 3. And it's not just about what you do, it's how prospects perceive what you do as uniquely and valuable. And guys, you need to understand, stop providing generic value. Start engineering perceived value through proprietary systems. So this is very important. Guys, you need to ask yourself, why should anybody trust you? You think you have a good product, and I know that you have a good product, but why should a prospect believe you? You have to question this, right? If you fail to convey the real value of a product, it's not the prospect's fault. It's actually your fault. So work on that. Just like you've worked on your service, on your product, you need to work on conveying its actual value. So this is important, right? So let's understand how to create an actual proprietary system. So basically, the way this works is you need to first map out the weak actions and beliefs that your prospects are taking right now. Your prospects have different problems that are stopping them to achieve their desired outcome. And each problem is a result of a wrong belief, right? And each wrong belief can cause failure. You need to list down 10 common beliefs that your market has that are false and weak and stopping them from achieving their desired outcome. Now you need to list down 10 beliefs that you think that your market should have, right? So these are the new beliefs that you think your market should have in order to succeed, right? For this, study your own product and service in depth and how does it addresses problems and solutions. Sit down and have a thinking session. Dive deeper into your own experiences. Have a personal touch because it's important. Guys, if you are a coach, at one point you were just like your prospect, right? Or you've studied other prospects. So you know basically what they are doing wrong. And there are a lot of misconceptions in the market. So, from your personal experience and by studying how your service actually solves a problem, you can come up with at least 10 beliefs, the new beliefs, the strong beliefs that your prospects should have in order to succeed, right? So, you need to just sit down and think for an hour for 3 to 7 days, and you'll come up with 10 ideas. So, basically, your proprietary process has just three beliefs. Those are three core beliefs that you need to focus on, but having 10 is good, right? For your ads. So you can come up with different angles for your VSL, your ads, and all that kind of stuff, right? And mention each belief and action that is stopping them from achieving their desired outcome. Mostly it's sequential, right? Basically, success is a sequence of taking the right actions, and those actions are determined by the belief your prospects have. You create a new and right set of beliefs in a sequential manner, and each failed experience reinforces doubt in their own abilities, and a new belief gives them hope. And since you are the source of that hope, you are considered trustworthy. And once they trust you, that means you succeeded in providing value. And once your market adopts your new and strong beliefs, you actually give them a new identity. So you need to give it a specific name, right? Give the identity a specific name. The beliefs, when combined together, bridge the gap and create a proprietary system. Guys, the core understanding of this beliefs thing is your ideal customer has a belief, and that belief, any action that they take, that takes them towards their desired outcome is the result of a belief. And if that belief is weak, the action is going to be wrong. And so they will fail. And the more they fail, the more they're going to be stuck, right? And this is where you come into play. And the problem is, the more they're stuck, the belief that got them stuck, most coaches are still teaching that same belief. Hence, you fail providing the real value, and they don't perceive you as the real person who can help them, right? So once you install a strong belief, they're going to take action, and most likely they're going to see improvement. So this is where they start trusting you, and the result is they are going to naturally lead toward towards your offer, right? So this is the concept of beliefs. Once you have all the beliefs written down, the old beliefs and the new beliefs. Let me just give you an example. So, Jeremy Miner is actually a sales coach. So, basically, this market is super saturated. If he just wrote, "I'm a sales coach, I'm a business coach, and I'm going to teach you how to sell more," right? Do you think he would have been successful? He has almost 400,000 subscribers on YouTube, right? So his proprietary process is called NEPQ, Neuro Emotional Persuasion Question, and it immediately makes sense in your mind. His entire brand is built around his unique process. His entire YouTube channel, his entire brand identity is around NEPQ, right? And it makes perfect sense because in a sequential manner, he breaks old beliefs that stops salesmen from succeeding. So the reason I'm giving this example is because most of you take sales calls, so this will make perfect sense in your mind. So, guys, belief number one is most sales coaches and most people who are into sales think that they need to follow a script. So what Jeremy did, he told people that you don't need to follow a script. You just need to have a better tonality. So even if you follow a script, you need to make sure that your tonality is in a certain way so that the person on the other end thinks that you're not following a script. So now you need an important thing is he does not just say don't follow a script to oppose the old belief. He specifically mentions an action that needs to be taken to solve a problem. So the action is you need to have a better tonality, right? And the belief number two is you need to build rapport. Most people think that if you build rapport, the prospect will automatically trust you more. But that's not the case. The moment they see that you follow a script, the prospect actually have their guard up. And the new belief that Jeremy just tells, use better tonality, right? And you'll disarm the prospect, so no need to build rapport. And this belief complements the tonality belief. So see how they work in a sequential manner. And belief number three is memorize objection handling. Jeremy just tells knowing why objection happened and addressing it before it happens through behavioral science. So you can tell basically while you're going through the sales call if an objection will come up. So you address it beforehand by asking specific questions. So it is a part of his coaching program. So people get curious, like I need to understand this science so that objections don't even happen, right? So no need to memorize objection handling. And belief number four is sales is a numbers game. So the new belief is sales is not a numbers game if you learn the right skills. So positioning NEPQ as the bridge. And belief number five, the old belief is persuade the buyer. So Jeremy says buyer persuades themselves with commitment questions. See, again, he just does not say that buyer persuade themselves, but you need to input a specific action, which is asking commitment questions. So see how NEPQ solves each problem in a sequential manner. And every new belief and action makes perfect sense and creates instantly perceived value in a prospect's mind. So just imagine, guys, if he said, I'm another sales coach and I have a $2,000, $5,000 program, just buy it. Nobody would have bought it. But now he runs a 7 to 8 figure business. So the identity that he sells is you are a salesman who makes 7 figures yearly, right? So who are people going to trust more, guys? A person who says he's a sales coach or Jeremy? So he's trusted as an authority figure just because of a systematized, unique process that has an instantly perceived value. And guys, he talks about it on his YouTube channel a lot. So basically, NEPQ is now a brand. So he's now in the category 3, just like I told you before. So his clients have amazing results. He provides great value. Plus the perception is great, right? The proprietary method makes instant sense. So guys, the tree looks like this. First of all, this is your proprietary method. After that, you have the beliefs, right? So after beliefs, you have an identity, right? But the thing is, you don't come up with the proprietary method. The first thing you do is you list down the beliefs. Once you have them in a sequential manner, then you can come up with different names for the proprietary method that will make instant sense. Because once people read the name, they're gonna instantly guess something in their mind. It will make them curious. So they will check out the details, and this is where they will learn about the new beliefs and new actions and the identity. So they'll remember that this is what they are going to become if they follow you, right? So guys, sit down for 3 to 7 days. Have a deep thinking session and think about all the beliefs, all the common beliefs that you can break and help your prospects succeed. I promise it's going to work, and it will get you clients consistently. So thank you so much for watching this video.